tonight's topic is the truth about toxic femininity. The reason I decided to speak on this topic is I've seen it all. I've experienced it even very recent, where women's behavior have become now so deplorable that men are no longer willing to tolerate it. They are going their own way, and women are responding by saying, "We don't need you guys." That is not the right thinking. That's not the right way, and it must be a discussion that we should be open to, and we should be open to having and be able to discuss it with some information that is going to help push a discussion further to fix the problem, opposed to just leaving it like that, because we can't continue as we're going. Let's be honest, we can't. And so when you look at things like a woman's health and a woman's happiness, her emotions, women are now requiring a lot more emotionally, but they are now giving men a lot less motivation to meet their emotions. And so what happens, that's why 75% of the time women are the ones ending relationships, because men checked out and they decide, I'm not going to try anymore because I'm failing. It's because he doesn't know where he stands, and it's because of the behavior that women exhibit. And what is strange to me is that you don't hear women using these terms very much with regard to themselves, but they're very easily able to say that he's displaying toxic masculinity, when most times a man is just simply being a man. And that's where I think it's unfair. If a man is abusing a woman, or he has killed a woman and stuff like that, a behavior that is very radical, I could understand if you're going to say he is displaying toxic masculinity. But if he's just being a man and you say, I'm not doing that, this is the way we're going to go. He's supposed to lead. I can't give him any flack for that. He has made a decision, and it should be one that his partner stands by. Now, if you were to look at chivalry, for example, tonight I opened the door for a woman. She didn't say thank you. So she walked into the door, in through the door, but didn't say thank you. So what I got from that as a man is that there's an expectancy for your door to be open because I'm a man, but I don't have to tell you thank you. Now, yes, there are women out there who would say I don't need him to open my door, but the fact is, a lot of women, and the majority of women, would prefer a man to open a door because they expect chivalry to still be existing. But when the tables are turned, they don't give a man any thank you, any motivation. Yes, there are women. I've encountered a number of them who actually say thank you, but for the greater part, it really doesn't happen. And so men are getting tired from doing that. And what happens is that women are opening their own doors now, and men are not caring to open doors, and there is going to be a fade or a decline in chemistry between men and women, because both parties are now acting total opposite to how they're supposed to. So again, to use the term, they're going to be depolarized. Now, the other thing I have a problem with is where in my interaction with people, both in and out of relationships, in the past, I've seen where for some reason the women are reviewed that it's all about them. So women want to have their feet rubbed, but I've experienced maybe once in my entire lifetime a woman rub my feet, and that came after probably years in a relationship, when there was a need for her to have her feet rubbed almost nightly. I don't remember having a manicure or pedicure. Women love those things. I understand it's a woman thing, but my thing is to pamper a man or to make him feel special is something that you hardly see or hardly hear that is actually happening. If you look at Mother's Day and you look at Father's Day, you see the difference, the disparity in how both days are treated. Sometimes Father's Day can come and go, and you would not even realize it's Father's Day. You look at weddings, for example, you see women are now want to put their name first and the husband's name second. Or if you look at when they're signing, where a woman is supposed to now take the husband's name and remove her family's name, she either wants to keep her family's name, or she wants him to take her name or leave her name as is. You see? And when you look at things like that, you see how women's behavior have now become so deplorable. But yet, rightfully so, women would seeking to hold men to a high standard where we are supposed to act in a particular way. So you hear the term, he is not a man very often, but I don't hear people using the term, She's not a woman. So it seems for some reason or the other, if a male is not acting in accordance to how he's supposed to, he's not a man. But if a woman is acting in a manner that she's not supposed to, she is still a woman, but she has a reason to be behaving like that because she's emotional. And that's my point. So when it suits women, it seems as if it's okay, but when it doesn't suit women, it's expected. So if you look at the anniversary, for example, a husband can get up all day and say nothing all day, and when he comes back home at night, she's upset. Why is she upset? Because he forgot the anniversary, but she didn't say anything either. So he can actually say the same thing. But you didn't say anything either. Why is there an expectancy that he is the one that's supposed to remember that this is our anniversary date? What are you doing for us? Are you taking me to dinner, etc., etc.? I am agreeing with the fact that he should take her to a date and treat her in a particular way and date his wife or his partner. But my point is, why is it that she's not the one that maybe, let's say, give him breakfast in bed and say happy anniversary, baby, and then he comes home at night and say let's go to dinner? Those things aren't happening in relationships, and we don't understand how serious these things are and how it's affecting relationships. So most times men feel as if they're actually in a relationship with another man based on action, not the overall look, but actions. All right. So another thing I've seen and look at is rejection. It's amazing how women are so much more afraid of rejection than men. The thing is, women judge men hugely by confidence, which a huge part of is his ability to withstand the probability of rejection. For me, as I said before, rejection is nothing to me. I consider myself to be worth more than $1 billion. So if I come to you and you reject me, it's your loss. I'm walking away with my money and my value. You are the one who remain poor and with nothing. That's my mindset. And I have that mindset because, again, that's the mindset of women. Women reject men simply because they know they can and they have options. And so, in most cases, if a man is going to date a woman, or a man is dating a woman, or he just met her, she would be actually dating directly or indirectly a number of guys, could be between 5 and 10. She expects this man not to be dating anybody else. And if he is, that's a problem. He's a player. And we don't look at it this way. We don't look at it. Let's look at friend zone, for example. A woman's ability to friend zone a guy. What does a woman want from men? His time and investment. That's what women want. She wants him to spend time with her before he gets what he wants. What does he want? Sex. So when a woman friend zones a man, she expects this guy to be the guy who will probably take her to get some groceries, get something to eat, go to a show with her, drop her to work, etc. Pick her from work if need be, if there's a storm or something. So she's getting his time. She's getting what she wants in a relationship. What a man wants is sex. And if a man decides to have 2, 3, 4 women and have sex with them, he's a player. But what do you call her? Both parties getting the exact same thing that they want because they both want different things. That's a fact. Why is it looked at women just having options, but it also looks at men being players? I'm not saying either is right. I'm just breaking it down for you to see the behavior of women, the mindset of women. Am I faulting them for it? No. If you think you are valuable enough and you are marketable to be able to have options, why not? I have options. So I am not faulting, I'm just calling it out as I would see it. Let's say, for example, a woman goes out on a date and a guy is wearing a wig that is sticked onto his hair, or he's wearing a beard that is able to fall off. Tell me something. I don't know any, but you can tell me and help me by your comments. Tell me which woman is going to accept that guy when she sees his beard unsticking. Or or even if she knows that the beard is fake. It's not even unsticking, it looks fantastic. But for some reason or the other, someone told her he wears a fake beard. I do not know a single woman who is going to find that man attractive and still want to be with him knowing that he wears a fake beard and a fake hair. Fake wig. You see where I'm going? But we live in a world where women are putting fake lips, you name it. I mean, we all know what it is. And we are expected to find them sexy. And if we say something about it, anything at all, it's body shaming. And so it just brings me back to last week, for example, when I posted a comment on social media. And for 10 hours, I was lambasted and I was dragged through over the coals. Until a woman who I actually coach and speak to, a very fantastic friend of mine, posted, why a woman saying anything at all? He's not lying, he's talking the truth. And she gave her own real life experience. After that comment, there was not a single comment made against me. So it seems that I was only talking the truth when a woman said exactly what I was saying. But when I was saying it because I'm a man, and they were so much in their masculine frame, it was a problem. I wasn't lying. But when one woman had the courage to stand up and say, why are you all saying something? Not a single person said nothing. Not one single comment after trolled me. Isn't that amazing? This is the society we live in. These are the type of women that men must and should live with, right? So, again, last week I saw a video on social media where a guy could be about 300 pounds punched a woman who could be and he's about 300 pounds, and he could be easily 6'6", 6'8", and she could be about 5'6", and she's definitely half his weight, for sure. She could be about, I would say, 160, 180 max. And he's over 300 pounds. That's a given. And I'm looking at this woman, charging this man. He's a male. Huh? He's full of testosterone and he's a male. And she's right up in his face. Do you know why she was right up in his face, guys? Because for some reason there was the assumption that he cannot hit me. But she was hitting him. And this man said to her a number of times, do not challenge me. This is what he's saying. At least 4 times I've heard him say it. Don't challenge me. And she came and continued to walk right up to him and decided she's going to hit him because he can't hit me. And this guy punched this woman at least 3 or 4 times. Guys, let me tell you something. There's no way on earth I, being 250 pounds, 6'4", was going to assume I can punch him or walk up to him. Could I beat him? In a very slim chance. I would win a fight with him. But the point I'm making is, I knew right there and then, when I looked at the video, she had to be crazy, or it was an act of total feminism going on there. And she thinking that he can't hit me because I'm a woman, but it's okay for me to hit him. Well, he did hit her. Do I give him wrong? I don't give him wrong. Will I hit a woman? I won't hit a woman. But women must understand a man's emotional center as well could also be interfered with or disturbed. And she took a risk. And what was fantastic, what was amazing for me, is I saw when he did punch her twice, she got up and was coming right back at him. That's crazy. What in the world could drive a woman to make a decision? One punch, you blacked out. Your friend revived you. And as soon as you got up, you decided to go back for another. Does that make any sense? Do you see how crazy this world has gotten? Do you actually see how crazy it's gotten? An average male to male being that same size would not approach a guy that size. But a woman is doing it. If you look at our legal system, if you look at shows like Maury, Jerry Springer and these shows, look at what happens there. This world is designed for the behavior and acts that women carry out every day and they're not supposed to. Or shouldn't. Today I was buying a salad in Central, and I'm looking at this woman who's walking into a washroom with a guy at son who could be about 6 years old, 5, 6. My point is, she's walking into the male's washroom with him because she's of the opinion or the assumption that she can walk into a male washroom. If this guy is so young that he can't go and use the washroom by himself, It also means that he's so young that he doesn't understand what a woman's body parts really look like fully. And then women don't just walk out the washroom, their stalls exposed willy-nilly. So obviously, women are not going to have a problem if you take your 6-year-old or your 5-year-old son into a female washroom to use the washroom. Or have a father, uncle, or someone else, but she walks in boldly. Guys, let me ask you something. If a man would take a 5 or 6-year-old girl into a female washroom, what would be said? I've gone to events and I've seen women where the event is already cramped. Men are actually standing outside of the stalls, the washroom stalls, and women are walking into males' washroom and they're actually badgering men to use the urinal. Yes, I'm not lying, the urinal or the WC. I remember for one event particularly, I walked into the women's washroom and police stopped me. And only when I made a huge issue with it, then the police told women they couldn't go into the male washroom. They were there all the time. And women were upset that as men, we couldn't let them use our washroom when they actually, if you know events, generally, women already have at least twice as much washrooms to use. But we must give up ours as well. I mean, it's a crazy world we're living in. And people don't really discuss these things. If I'm lying or not talking the truth, then tell me. Let me understand what actually happens, because maybe I see something different every day. I mean, it really is crazy. The other thing I look at is if we look at women catfishing men. Now, for me, if you put on enough makeup to look like a clown, where your lips are painted, your whole face is a totally different color from your neck, you have on fake hair and fake eyelashes, you are a clown to me and you're catfishing me. Please don't step to me. And I make no apologies for it. If there's any woman out there who assumes that I'm attractive in their mind, and please don't step to me with that, because I will reject you. I make no bones about it. I'm bold enough to say this is what I'm going to do. It's because for some reason women are of the view that they can actually catfish men. And I'm telling you, women, whether you believe it or not, a lot of men have a problem with the fact that they date you for 2 or 3 months and never really see you in your natural. And after being in a relationship with you, seeing some things about you that they couldn't have seen or you made sure they didn't see before, and they are leaving you guys and they are going to play you guys and get as much as they can from you guys without fully committing to you. I hear it every day. I know a lot of men who speak about this in the gyms. I have a lot of partners and friends who speak about this. I am telling you, you don't have to believe me. Just experience it yourself and let me know how it feels, because this is what is happening. Men are now totally tired of it and they are not accepting it anymore. All right, guys. Something that I encounter every day, a number of times, in relationships, out of relationships as well, is women really feel they know it all. To the point that if a man actually knows something, like how I spend time reading daily and trying to get knowledge and information, I'm attacked all the time simply because I know something. I think I know everything. Nobody knows everything. I don't think that. You know I don't. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And because I actually spend time seeking information. Now, what is funny about it is, what I say is rejected. Even though you know I'm reading and I'm spending time and investing in what I'm in my craft. But you reject it. And if somebody else says it, I have been in so many situations where I would have said something, and then as soon as it's said on the news or in a newspaper or someone else says it, then I'm right. But I couldn't know it myself. And so women have come up with a term which I heard this week called mansplaining, I think it is. And when I asked what does the term mean, it says men who think they know everything, don't really know anything, and we have to listen to them. And so my response was, because it's a fact women speak more than twice as much as men every single day. So I said, so what is the term for women who speak every day and speak a lot of garbage and doesn't say anything or doesn't know what they're saying? And the response was, there's no term for women. Isn't that something? I quite find it very funny. And so I've had relationships that have been strained with people simply because I know. I've heard that because I read, I don't know everything. Okay, where do you get information from? Experience. Experience is not the greatest teacher. So where do you get it from? Just an amazing thing. And as we go along, look at this one. A woman's health. As I said before when we started to speak at the beginning of the video, guys, it's so important for a woman to be careful in what she's actually saying, what she's actually doing. Let me give you an example of the kind of behaviors that cause problems, affect women, both from a social aspect, from a physical aspect, and a health aspect. The thinking and the mindset of women that they could have and must have what they want. Last week, I would help people as I train in the gyms. And there's this girl who found me interesting. And in communicating with her, I had to indicate, hold up, I am not interested in you like that. Because for some reason, she felt that because I'm speaking to her and I'm being nice and friendly, that she's entitled to be able to be with someone like me. When I know nothing about you, you don't impress me physically, you haven't said anything to me that made any sense. I don't see how you're going to help me with my mission, my purpose, and where I'm going. You don't speak well. You can't help me speak better. Why would I date you? Simply because you're a woman? And so when I told her that I'm not interested like that, she was upset, visibly. But her friend and I are also cool. But her friend doesn't feel that I should be with her. It's just a very cool understanding. This girl went and she would have told her friend's boyfriend that there's a guy in the gym who helps her friend out and touches her all over. And also the other girl came back and said I can't assist her. And because somebody went and told her boyfriend. My thing is this. This girl now, the other one who just told me that, I looked at her today and she's totally distressed. Because she really felt that she was getting results, and forget the results that she was getting with me. It just has caused stress, additional stress on her relationship, simply because another woman was jealous, felt she was entitled, realized that there was no interest. And so basically what she said is, if I can't have you, then nobody's going to train with you. And now this other girl is stressed. She doesn't even feel the train for the entire week, she said. And you can visibly see the stress. Could you imagine from a health vantage point what this is doing to her? It's a crazy world. And as soon as you tell a woman something, it's amazing how they look, how they react, because you're not interested. It's almost as if I am entitled, regardless of what you say. Now, one of the final things I want to say here tonight is, let's look at submission. As soon as women hear the word submission, it's almost as like a plague. And simply because most women won't thought what true submission is, and so they quickly use men who would want to rule women. Guys, let me tell you something. Any woman that is worth her salt. I have been with women, right? Amazing women who would have worked in some amazing jobs. I'm talking about executives. And these women work And I don't remember one single day when she would have come home where I had to cook, buy fast food as my option because there was nothing, wash my own clothes, nothing like that. I saw a woman and I saw women who were so amazing and their value system was so intact. They understood, yes, I'm working, but I am also a woman and this is my partner. And I had to understand, yes, I am working, but this is my woman. I must protect her emotionally and physically in any way I can. I must meet her needs. But as soon as women hear submission, you know why women have a problem submitting? Women don't, quite frankly, just like most men, have much to offer outside of what you see externally. Because the most beautiful thing a woman can do is to submit. When you look at people like Michelle Obama or the Iron Lady, these are women who understood, reached at very high points in their lives, but understood at the end of the day, I'm a woman, that's my husband, he leads. I'm amazed at when women talk about submission, and when you ask them what submission is, they can't even answer, but they know they don't like it. And a woman doesn't understand that the best thing that she can do is to submit to a man. But you don't know what man to look for. And so your problem is, I wouldn't submit because men would abuse me. The only reason a man is going to abuse you is because you don't know what is a real man, his purpose. And likewise, you don't even know what your purpose is as a woman. So you can't submit. You don't have the fortitude to submit. You don't have anything of value to submit. What will you be submitting? What will you be submitting? Your legs, your butt, your makeup? What is it that you're going to give him a makeup kit? What are we going to give him? Heels, a purse? What are you going to submit to a man? What do you bring to the table? And what amazes me is that women now would get a guy and give him a child, to have a child with him by force and to keep him, and be lazy enough not to take care of their bodies, and blame that the reason that she's overweight is because she had a child, and not accept that I'm lazy. I don't care what anyone says. After 3-4 months, you can get your body back in order. In fact, a woman should not be gaining more than 25% of her body fat when she's pregnant. Why are you eating so much in the first place? Nobody told you to. Why would you gain 70 pounds being pregnant? Why? And I get it that there is an emotional aspect in it, but does that mean that you can't control eating 2 cookies instead of 15? And then man is supposed to accept that, and if he doesn't accept that, it means that he's shallow. But you still want him to look a certain way and still want him to act and be a certain way. And I get it, the point as well that men are also not taking care of themselves. That is why most men stay with you women, because they can't leave. They don't have a value system in place. And my point is simply this. If we have to get better and have better relationships and move in the direction we're supposed to and reduce the divorce rate, this is why I will continue to speak and speak the truth. I haven't even started to scratch the surface. There are a number of things I choose not to say tonight. So I chose not to say tonight simply because I don't want to ruffle feathers more than I already do. I don't want people to feel offended. But I think you got the point of the actions of women whose value system are so not intact that the only thing they can be is what they are actually not, and abuse the system. I mean, it's really crazy. And I've seen it on both sides of the fence. For me, I'm not willing to accept it anymore. Period. I wouldn't be single for the rest of my life because of that. There are women out there who find me very attractive because of the stands I take. I'm not worried. I know a woman that gets me what she gets. So I'm not accepting a woman's behavior to be deplorable. I'm asking all men to also reject it. And what I'm asking is that women, look at yourself. Try to spend some time thinking, like really thinking. Do some reading, do some research, and understand your needs. Because a lot of you women out there right now switching over to being with women, a lot of you women right now are also growing your own way and not trusting men again. Just simply learn what it's like to be a woman. I wish there's a woman out there who can tell me what I said here tonight is wrong. I will invite her to do the next video with me, right at the side of me, and I want to show you that I'm going to ask her some questions about being a woman, and she can't answer. And I would allow her to ask me any question she wants about being a man. I would love to encourage that, because if I'm a man and you're a woman, I want to show you that I can answer more questions in most cases about you being a woman, truly understanding your womanhood, than you can ask me about being a man. And so most women don't have a clue what it's like to be a woman. Don't have a clue what it's like to find a man, a proper man. And even if when you don't find a proper man, as a woman, you're not spending time understanding your strengths to be able to build that man up. Instead, you're breaking him. Because you don't have a clue of when you break him, how you're breaking yourself. Your behavior is toxic. And all I'm asking is that no man accept that. If it hurts, walk away, never look back. And even if it pains you, bear the pain. You're a man, you're supposed to be able to go your way and start all over. I'm not telling you be single for the rest of your life. I'm saying do not accept women's behavior. And likewise, women should never accept a man who is not acting as a man. Spend time before you find a relationship to find yourself and understand yourself and what you need before you're going to go into a relationship. All right, guys? So I've said all I can say and should say at this time for the topic. I hope you get it. I try to be as gentle as possible. I'm not going to always be this gentle, but I think. And I would like to hear your comments. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you feel. You can email me at creativefromchaos@hotmail.com. I look forward to interacting with you and looking at your emails. And I'm going to start to do videos in response to the emails that I do get and the questions I do get every day and the conversations I do have with some people once it's approved, just that we can bring this thing back. I'm going to continue speaking. I'm not going to stop. I'm just going to get better and better. Whether you listen to what I say or not, there's someone out there who needs to hear what I said tonight and who will make an adjustment. If I speak to just one person, I'm good. But we must change the culture. We must change our behavior. We must live a healthier lifestyle. We must think differently. And we must welcome our sexuality in the fullest, in the right way. Okay, guys. Bye for now.